Go away. I really need to record this. Okay, welcome back to my channel. I just got back from Costco. I have the table covered in groceries. In fact, I couldn't even fit them all on the table. I had to put some on the floor. Yes, before I show you what I got, I just want a couple little side notes. You're not going to see any meat, and this is not because we're vegetarians. We're very much not vegetarians. But we had gotten a half, I can't remember, a quarter or a half of a cow approximately. So we have a lot of ground beef in our freezer. I'm going to see, Jason, are we going to be butchering some ducks this month?
Probably would make sense.
We have the batch of ducks that we got this spring has a lot of male ducks in it. So we may be having some duck coming up. We also, we have chickens who do produce eggs. However, egg production is really low right now. So I did have to buy eggs. We have a Jersey cow, and so we have fresh milk. Again, she is going to be calving in the spring, so we're not getting a huge amount right now, and we're calf sharing with the current calf. And so we're just drinking the milk is what I'm trying to say. So I still am buying things like butter and cheese, also because I'm not a cheese maker. Maybe in the future. And then my last disclaimer is that we are a family of 10. So if you can imagine 10 people eating this food. Our oldest is 14, so not a huge amount of large people, but there you go. That's what we've got. Now let me show you what I brought home. So my total for this large amount of food here was $532.07. Now keep watching on our channel. In a few weeks, at some point in December, I will be doing a large Restaurant Depot haul. And so stay tuned for that. Okay. Oh, one other thing that I forgot to mention is that we were gifted some produce. And so that was a huge blessing. And I have it here, actually. We have a case of apples, these potatoes, these are some oranges down here, and the sweet potatoes are our neighbor is a farmer, and he gave us sweet potatoes, so I have 2 boxes of those sweet potatoes. Under the table, we have stuff everywhere right now. Those are squash from our neighbor, and we also were given a case of tomatoes, which I turned into salsa. Okay, so wow, we've just been really blessed this month. So let's get started. This stack is not supposed to be so ridiculous up there. Let's put that down so we look like professionals here. I'm just going to start on this side and move over. These were on instant rebate for $7 and some change, and they are 2 2-pound bags. So that's a lot of organic raisins for $7. So I went ahead and got 3 of those because I know it's the end of that instant rebate. I also got a salt. Now we already have salt. We technically did not need salt. However, I am trying to, each time I go, buy a few things to stock up for kind of like an emergency supply area. I would think it would be so much fun to be able to do a humongous, like, we're going to stock our family for 6 months kind of haul, but I just don't have those kind of funds. So I'm buying a little bit here and there of some things that I really just wouldn't want to live without if I stayed home and didn't go to the grocery store. And salt is one of them, especially our favorite pink Himalayan salt. So I went ahead and got one of those. We actually needed toilet paper, but Costco had no toilet paper. Isn't that just silly that people are buying toilet paper in that excess again? All right, I better get off my soapbox and get back to what you came here for. This was on instant rebate for $9. There's 4 pizzas in there, and so I got that just for something fun. I also have 3 bags of corn chips. We've got 2.5 bags. They've already broken into them. They're eating the salsa that I made, which turned out really good, I think. So why don't you just take the whole bag? Okay, there you go. And then these were still an instant rebate for just $4 and some change for these huge bags. And so I went ahead and got 2 more of those. They are a huge hit with the kids. I do sourdough baking, and so I've got 40 pounds of this organic all-purpose white flour. I also have whole wheat grain in my storage, which I grind, and I use kind of a combination of the two, so I have that as well. We have 2 of these 2 packs of peanut butter. Another one of these marinara sauces that I like. We have a baked beans, which are nice to have on hand for a quick meal. I do a baked bean chili with these. I actually have a list of all of my, just kind of the dinners that I do have planned for the next month, and I will put that in the description box so you can kind of get a peek at what I have in mind. I have a tomato paste. Now, I am sure I bought 2 of these. Oh, yep, here it is. 2 tomato pastes and 2 tomato sauces. 1 of each of these will go into my storage. Then as far as cheese, we have a 2-pack of mozzarella, and I'm going to skip over here so I can show you the rest of the cheese. I have 4 blocks of this cheddar cheese. You know, you can freeze cheese and butter, and so that's a great way to store it if you buy extra. And then the last cheese that I bought was this feta cheese. So those are my 3 types of cheeses. Okay, skipping back over here. Big bunch of bananas. We actually, the kids will eat a bunch or 2 right off the bat, but then we freeze these, peel them, and put them in the freezer because they're great to be able to pull out for smoothies. I have 2 of the romaine lettuce, and I had to laugh because their romaine lettuce is usually like really tall, and these are just kind of short, but it's okay. My garden's unpredictable too. So I've got 2 of these, and then I also have this sweet kale mix. I'm actually bringing this along to a family Thanksgiving. I'm also bringing a roasted butternut squash dish and dessert. Of course, when you have as much squash as I do, you definitely are bringing squash everywhere you go. I almost forgot this. I've got an organic Better Than bouillon just to have in my pantry. These things last forever. And then this was on instant rebate, and so I went ahead and bought that one. I like to buy the one with the avocado oil, but this thing was so cheap that I just couldn't say no. It came to only $4.50 for this huge container, so that will be nice just to have in the pantry for a backup. Hi, sweetie, you want to watch me?
Yeah.
Okay, let's carry on then. We have some chocolate chips for the holiday baking. Are you excited about those? Okay, stand over here by the paper towels. Oh, I did grab a paper towel. Oh, yes. Okay. There was, these actually just came out on a pallet when I happened to walk back there, and people were grabbing them off the pallet like they were gold. So I thought, well, I guess I'll get one. We were out, so it worked out for us. I've got a Brussels sprouts to go with the roasted butternut squash. So good together. And I have another one of these avocado oils. I have 2 little cases of canned garbanzo beans. My kids actually are huge garbanzo bean fans. They will just put them on trays in the oven with some salt and whatever seasonings and roast them in olive oil, or avocado oil really, and roast them until they're just a little bit hot and crispy, and they'll eat like 4 or 5 cans at a time for a treat like that. Big hit. Okay, and then for my frozen section, I have an organic strawberry, 2 of these blueberries. This was $9 and I think probably close to 10, and this was close to 9 is how those worked out for these 4-pound bags of berries. And then these are all around $6 or $7. I've got the mixed vegetable, the corn, peas, and there is a broccoli under there. I still have a couple bags of my garden green beans left in the freezer, so I did not get any green beans. Continuing on, this is not something I've ever bought there before, but it was on instant rebate, and I thought that my kids would really get a kick out of that. So I went ahead and bought that. And I have 2 cases of the eggs, so that's 10 dozen eggs. I will put these, one of these out in my barn refrigerator. I do have a fridge and a deep freezer out in my barn, which makes it so nice for storing extra things. So that way we won't run out of eggs, especially with holiday baking. I just wanted to have plenty on hand. Then we have a cream cheese. I only got 4 boxes of butter. I usually get 8 when I go, but I already had 2 in the refrigerator, and when I go to Restaurant Depot, their butter is so cheap that I will actually buy a case of butter there. And so I'm going to, this will just hold me over until I get there. And then 3 big tubs of sour cream. We are a sour cream loving family. I've got 2 of these wildflower honeys. We like to buy the local honey here. I haven't been able to get it the past few weeks, so I've got 2 of these to hold us over. We use honey in baking, you know, when I make big batches of granola and things, as well as tea, and the kids put it in their yogurt or oatmeal, so we go through a lot of honey around here. And I also have 2 big bags of cane sugar. I go through a lot more sugar than I used to on previous years because I make kombucha and water kefir, and the way you feed it is with actual cane sugar. It's a very interesting process. If you've never researched it, you should. It's fascinating. So I have 2 big bags of cane sugar and a lemon juice, which we use to make our own lemonade. I have a video on that somewhere. If I find it, I will link it. You'll see it pop up. And then I've got a vinegar and a baking soda. Again, I actually have some of these right now, but these 2 will go in my storage as well. Okay, and then in addition, I have a box of baby wipes. We have about 2 baby wipes left, so this is good timing to get those. And I have 2 bags of this. This was the cheapest rice that they had there that was not enriched. Like I talked about in my last haul, I don't like buying the enriched products at all because they're enriched with synthetic vitamins. And so I've got this extra fancy rice, it says. Yeah, so 2 bags of those, and I actually have a big 5-gallon bucket with a gamma seal lid. So a nice sealing lid that I'm going to put one of those rices into just some short-term storage, and one will go into jars in my pantry to eat. So that is it. That's my haul. I also did a dollar store haul, and so I will make a video about that as well and explain to you what I'm going to do with those fun things that I got. And then, you know, be watching in a few weeks for a Restaurant Depot haul. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.